So for those who do not
Yeah.
know, man, Jay Electronica is a unicorn of a rapper.
Hmm.
One who is highly revered and respected as a lyricist, as a conscious rapper, specifically. He's almost like he's like a '90s rapper that came out in the 2000s. You know what I mean? Or 2000,
Mm.
yeah. Like he doesn't fit his generation to me. I think that JLX sounds like a '90s artist, and it's interesting because he's from New Orleans,
Yeah.
but but rap like a New York rapper for real, and it's different, man. But he really blew up and came to prominence from a record called Exhibit C. I don't know if you remember
Hmm.
that when it dropped, but
Yeah.
Exhibit C was stupid. Like I remember it was him and DJ Drama. I want to say is the one who produced it. It came out and it stopped everything. It was like a
Yeah.
moment in hip hop where everybody froze and was like, "Yo, who is this?" Now, I say all that to say this. He then will disappear for 10 years and you won't hear from him ever again. And he pop out dating a Rockefeller or Erica Badu and you just be like, okay, and then he just disappeared again. But he's like a
Yeah.
mythical creature, you know what I'm saying, at this
He
point.
is.
So that's
Yeah.
what makes me nervous about the fact that he is came out and is now just dropping a bunch of records just out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And which never happens. You might get a song here and there from Jay Electron, that's maybe, but he's put out he's released one of his projects that was once leaked, but he's released it in full, and then he's dropped three new EPs.
Yeah, man.
Um, yeah, man, and they're in full Jay Electronica form. Like it's unheard records. He's just unloading the clip. It seems like, and I'm wondering
Yeah.
if it's leading up to a bigger album, a full length album. But what do you think about one Jay Electronica, but two, what do you think about some of this new music?
Man, so like you're right, mythological creature. That's how I kind of saw Jay Electronica. I remember listening to Exhibit C while searching on my sister's desktop on YouTube and just ran into it. I was listening to Cassidy records and somehow, some way stumbled upon this dude named
Yep,
Jay
that's how
Electronica.
that'll do it.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I've been a fan. And his first official release, which came out 11 years after Exhibit C came out, which was a written testimony back in 2020, which was another 5 years ago. So obviously, this man has, and by
And then he did the collab with Hove, and I don't.
yeah,
And when was that? That was I don't
shoot,
even remember when
man.
that came out. That was a while ago too, though.
Yeah, that was a minute ago. So like this man hops in and out of the limelight, in and out of like releasing music. He's scattered when it comes to like his releases and everything. He's one of those prolific lyricists that doesn't have a prolific amount of body of work like at
Mm.
all. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. And I feel like if you ask every hip hop fan, they have a different viewpoint on Jay Electronica. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that,
Some will say he's overrated.
yeah.
Some people are like he's the GOAT. Like it's not a lot of people
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah. And so with this release, man, releasing what, three albums, three EPs, and like something else that previously leaked, man. He just, like you said, unloaded the clip, man. From hearing all these records, man, I'll be honest.
You ain't rocking.
I no, I am.
Oh, okay, okay,
I
all right.
love, I
I thought it was a plot
really
twist.
I really enjoy a lot of this, bro. And it
I,
makes you like someone like me. It reminds me of the Jay Electronica we heard at Exhibit C, or the one that I heard on a written testimony, his first album. Like my man is magical lyrically. Like he's almost like a wizard
yes.
lyrically. And he takes you through and weaves you through like his conspiracy theories, his religious beliefs, ties, and testimonies, mythologies. A lot of it is outside of my my area of understanding, bro. But it makes you want to learn more. It makes you want to hear more. And so, like, I really enjoy a lot of these records throughout these, bro. Like Abracadabra, 4,400,000,000, Highlander. Shoot, I'm gonna just go through a couple of them.
Before we get
Oh,
into
before we get into the songs,
before we
okay?
get into the song, man, Abracadabra.
Yeah,
What you think about that?
bro. I mean,
What you think?
listen, bro.
What you think? What you think about the Puff intro?
So, okay, this how I knew like a lot of this was dated, or maybe it wasn't, because he still released it, and he could have not released it.
That's what I was thinking. I was wondering
Yeah.
that made me wonder the same thing. I was like, is this an old project that he's putting
Hmm.
out now, or is it like a F you to the industry of like, I know y'all supposed to, he's supposed to be canceled, but I don't care. This my man's. I'm putting him on the intro. I couldn't tell which one it was.
I'm leaning towards that one though. I'm leaning towards the latter
Yeah,
because he's not somebody. Jay Electronica is not somebody who just puts out anything. In fact, he's the opposite. So I feel like with this release, he was making a statement, especially I mean after the initial trial, right? So I take it as yo, this my man's. I don't care what y'all think. Like this is the man who helped me. And I think it was on Abracadabra. Like Puff is quoted or recorded saying, yo, or Jay Electronica mentioned he was like, yo, F whatever you got going on. It's
yep,
about the Grammys. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? Like it's about releasing music so people know the genius that I'm witnessing or that I know.
yeah.
So yeah, I think it was intentional for sure.
Okay, yeah, I would agree. I agree with your whole sentiment. Yeah, all right. I just wanted to see what your perspective was.
Yeah, yeah,
Go back
man.
to all right. What other record stood out to you?
Shoot, bro. I'm gonna tell you my favorite project out of all these. I think it was a written testimony, Mars and Inhabited Planet.
Yeah,
Um,
that was an interesting project.
It was interesting. Letter to Mars. I love Real Candace O. Tell Us More. I love Remember That One Time Trump. Whatever the rest of the song is, it's cut off Spotify. But yeah, I love like this entire body of work. It's all brief. It's all relatively short, as most EPs are. But like a lot of these records are like hold so much weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And yeah, I really enjoyed this little run, this little packages we got from Jay Electronica, man.
yeah, man. I could not agree more, man. There was some records on here that really stood out to me. I honestly didn't realize it made me remember that I missed this type of rap. Like
Hmm.
I miss hearing rap and hearing the NOI and Farrakhan speeches all through the records and
Hmm.
Malcolm X speeches all like I remember I missed that era of hip hop where people would do that and just
Hmm.
more conscious rap where it was like very militant almost and like more protest type of music that's talking about different social issues. So this reminded me of like I said, this sounds like a 90s project.
It does.
Just
It does.
talking about more current stuff. But I thought it was dope, man. I think it's not, of course, they're not complete. Like most of these projects are like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
The one like the written testimony Mars one is literally 16 minutes long.
Yeah.
So I think it got me excited for what a full length project from Jay Electronica is gonna sound like.
Hmm.
Rap and Reason Podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins.